guess I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm
It's gonna shock the world, so you guys stay tuned. We're not done yet.
I try
Come on, go!
Alright YouTube, we're back. We're in the gym. We're here at Destination Dallas. I got my boy James filming me, and we're about to get after some chest. So, as you guys learned in the last video about my overview, I definitely want to increase my chest and arms, density, overall size. So it's a main focus. I'm hitting chest twice a week, and this is my second chest day this week. So we're gonna get into it. It's mostly chest focused with a little bit of arms at the end. Just get started here. Take some pre. I got loaded here with the ring pop. This one is absolutely incredible. And then the pump caps also. So take that for the extra juicy pump. So I haven't talked about it much, guys, but I'm here with RYSE. These guys have taken awesome care of me. They're 10 miles from the house. I get to go to the headquarters, train at the facility, get the products, and be very, very involved in the product development. So they're just getting into the bodybuilding world, and we're very excited to bring you guys some bodybuilding products very soon. And I'm very excited to be involved in that. But for now, it's time to kill some motherfucking chest, so let's get after it. Exercise number 1, we're getting these pecs warmed up, top to bottom. The best way to do that, in my opinion, is some flies. So I like this fly machine. It's a downward fly. It's more like a decline fly to really get the pecs warmed up, because we're gonna go into flat bench next. So I'm gonna do a couple warm-up sets here, do a top set, if you will. Nothing too crazy though, because I want to save the gas for the top set when I get over here to the dumbbell incline. As I do these, 2 things that I'm really focusing on with this lightweight is, as I squeeze down, I'm also rocking backwards a little bit and putting all the stress on my chest and the bottom, squeezing those pecs together. So you're gonna see today, the main focus is a lot of conversion with my chest. So really making sure those humeruses come together, making sure that pec shortens as much as I can, and making sure that the delt stays behind the pec so the pec does all the work. We're gonna get back to a lot of knowledge-based stuff for you guys. With this kind of training and being on my own, I'm able to explain a lot more to you guys. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'm gonna get after this, and then we'll get over to the dumbbell flat bench. Fucking James. God damn it. All right, boys and girls, dumbbell flat bench. So this is gonna be my main incline, or my main compound movement coming up, that I'm gonna really push for strength and really get something going here. So the goal in my head is 200s for 15 plus reps on this by the end of off season. So we're gonna start out today, we're gonna get warmed up, and we're gonna shoot at the 160s. Right now, Destination Dallas is like the only place that has dumbbells that go above 150s really, and half of those are fucking broken. So we have to work with what we can work with. The 160s are not broken, so that's what we're gonna shoot at kickoff to start shooting at that 200. So get back to that. My best there, I think, is 11, 200 for 11 on flat bench. So we gotta beat that, but we'll get after it here. Not too many cues or tips, guys. Main thing here, again, conversion. I'm coming up, kind of touching those dumbbells together, really squeezing my chest. With the bigger dumbbells, you're not gonna see as much squeeze because they're a lot bigger. But other than that, coming down, touching my chest, getting a big stretch. You're also gonna see I'm not flaring my elbows too much. I really gotta make sure that I'm controlling it, keeping my triceps in control, but not flaring so that I don't get a pec injury I've already had a couple of those little tweaks, so just have to be careful. But everything's going smoothly. Warmed up with these 80s. Now we'll go to like 120s and just jump up the as we go. All right, guys. So as I'm warming up here, I was working up to the 160s, hit these 135s, and I strained my pec during prep, kicking a dumbbell up in the incline press, and I can still really feel it today. So I'm actually gonna pull back on things. I don't wanna be stupid here and get injured, especially when I'm natty, if you will, and just trying to get recovered and get healthy. So I'm gonna stay at 135. I'm gonna do another working set there because I can feel it in my pec. I can feel the aggravation, but it's not too much that I know I can get a little bit more muscle damage out of here, but definitely not gonna go heavier because then I'm risking injury. So do that and then we'll move on. Sometimes you gotta train smarter, not harder. That's how you get really hurt, and we definitely don't need that, especially in our pecs, because that's one you don't come back from. So I'm gonna do this and then we'll move on. Yep. All right, guys, next is this cable press. And the main focus here is really converging. So you saw over there, like I said, the dumbbells coming in, really focusing on squeezing the pec. We were a little weak there with the pec injury. I called it short, but coming into this feels really good and smooth, and the cables feel nice, so I'll be able to press this a little bit harder. This is also gonna be a main focus for me because I feel like this isolates the pecs really good, and I get a great mind to muscle connection for me. So not only am I running this, I'm running a similar movement on my other chest day as well that's very similar to this, except for I'm setting the bench all the way up and then I'm having the cables right at shoulder width, so it's more of a flat press versus an incline press. But both great pec contraction. If you haven't tried this, this is one that I recommend. All right, y'all, so we did the top set here. Now we're gonna do a back off here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut the weight in about half, and I'm gonna do 3-second holds at the bottom and 3-second holds at the top. So we're gonna focus on big stretch, big contraction, really getting that mind to muscle built with my chest here in something that I really feel a lot, and then we'll go into our next chest movement. After that long time under tension set, we're gonna jump over here to the Nautilus, which is one of my favorite pressing machines. These generation of Nautilus, both the plate loaded and the pin stack, are both incredible. This one is the flat version, and it really tears the pecs up. So I'm gonna be able to get a really good contraction here. Again, focusing on converging. This one comes in as you go up, which is the main focus for me. It really helps me get that pec connection. So as you guys are seeing, kind of a repetitive pattern here of what's working for my chest. If you guys are struggling with pec connection, if you're struggling with pec growth, it's generally because your triceps are really strong and your shoulders are really strong. So you have to try to eliminate those out of the movement. The best way to do that is by converging, because the pec really has to do most of that to get the humerus to come across. One of the main things that I focus on in my mind is taking my elbows together and really focusing on the inside of my elbows, trying to touch them together. That really gets a good squeeze in the pec, and for me it works to get a good mind to muscle connection with that pec. So as I'm doing this, kind of look at that and see, watch that humerus come across my body and get that pec to contract. I'm gonna do a couple warm-up sets here, a top set, and then I'll do a back off drop set here. All right, about to do my drop set. Look what the cameraman's drinking. You already know, the best in the game. Alright, so when you're in destination, sometimes you see wild creatures. Like, look over here, we have a prodigy. Look at this guy. Look at this, he's bigger than the open guys. I can't even see me behind him. How my boy?
All right, man.
Feeling it today? All right, guys, so movement number 4, movement number 4. I'm doing essentially a fly and a press put together. Again, really converging those pecs, but this one's getting me a big stretch, and then I'm really focusing on squeezing those hands out in front of me, reaching for the wall, and making sure to get that pec to really squeeze in the middle there. So this one, again, is another movement that I feel a lot with the mind to muscle with my pecs, which is the main focus here, and really building that and growing that really, really strong over this off season so that my pecs, my delts all densify up and really get that nasty grainy look to let me compete with the big boys. Yep. God, I need to weigh more. Fuck. All right, so I was gonna do a top set with 130s, but I guess I don't weigh enough, so the shit was lifting me off the ground and I wasn't really getting much pecs action out of it. I was getting a whole lot of body work. So I drop it down a little bit, make sure we get the contraction in the pecs here. So I'll drop about 20 pounds each side and we'll go at it now and just get as many reps as we possibly can. Yep. That concludes chest. So now we're gonna do a little arms. Nothing serious here. This is kind of the third time I tap arms this week. So I'm gonna do some tricep push downs, get my triceps warm. We'll do a top set there. We'll do a preacher curl machine here that they have that I really like for biceps. And then I'll do one more bicep movement and that'll finish off the day. So while I do arms here, James is probably gonna ask me a couple questions and just kind of bullshit with you guys and get caught up on life, etc, etc. Plus James is one funny motherfucker, so I'm sure there'll be some funny shit in here for y'all too. First things first, we're gonna do a push down here. We're gonna do a couple sets of 20 to really fire these triceps up. As you watch, the thing to focus on, that I'm focusing on, is keeping shoulders and chest back, keeping elbows at side, my chest up, and then as I drive down, I'm really focusing on squeezing out. You see that outer head really flare up there? That's how you get the big horseshoes, and that's my main focus today. On my other arm day, but do a lot more focus on that rear head, the bigger head on the inside, but today's mostly the outside head here. So I'm gonna be hitting that as I do these. James gonna be asking some questions, so we'll see what he's got in store for us.
Okay, we're gonna do fuck, marry, kill. We're gonna do barbell squat, hack squat, and pendulum squat.
All right, so the question is, fuck, marry, kill, pendulum squat, barbell squat, hack squat. This one's pretty tough. Honestly, I like all three movements a lot. If I had to kill one, I'd probably kill pendulum squat, just because that's the one that hurts my knees the most out of them. If I was gonna marry one, it's gonna be hack, because it's my favorite. It's the old faithful. I never really get any injuries there, and I think that that's one that you can progressively overload an extensive period of time. And then I guess I'll fuck barbell squat. That one is a good, faithful. It's awesome, but there's a lot of injuries that come with it and a lot of core stability that you can eliminate with the hack, so I like it a little bit better. All right, so the next question James asked me was if I could take an inch off my height and add it to anywhere in my body, where would it be? Honestly, you guys already know my chest and arms are weak as fuck, so I'm gonna go with an inch on my chest. Give me those big ass titties. I'm not worried about the rest of the body parts, so I'm good. Oh, all right, I like it, I like it. All right, so the question is, who's winning the 212 Mr. Olympia, and why is it Keon? So, I like this a lot. Two reasons. One, everybody's counting Keon out, and two, motherfucker's my boy, and he's about to shock the world. To be honest, man, I like Kamal, I like Sean. I think they're very, very talented bodybuilders. But what my best friend is capable of, the world hasn't even got to see yet. So he's got 9 weeks to be the best he's ever been. and I'm gonna tell you right now, he's the best I've ever seen him already. He's gonna bring something very special to the stage. Whether he wins or doesn't win, you guys are gonna see the best Keon we've ever seen, and that's very, very exciting because this boy is talented beyond belief. So best believe you're gonna see a very talented Keon, but 212 is gonna be a battle, man. Whoever shows up that day is taking home a trophy, and they're gonna earn that motherfucker. Looky, looky who's here. Must have had his ears ringing. He knew we were talking about his ass. All right, so next we got this preacher curl. It's a single arm preacher curl isolation by Jim Glecko, and this is honestly probably my favorite bicep machine that I've ever used. It's really hard. This is 15 pounds and it feels like fucking 40, so I really like it, and my biceps need to grow. All right, simple and straight to the point. What's next? As I kind of told you guys before briefly, we're gonna take a long off season, get myself healthy until January here, get through the holidays, spend some time with family. Obviously gonna train as hard as I can going into this, and just get my body primed and ready to go so that in January I can start a big off season push, and really just focus on staying lean and growing as much as I possibly can. I don't really plan to come back to stage until late 2023, maybe 2024. Honestly, if I could get the invite to a 2024 Arnold, I would take all that time off and focus purely on that show to come back and be the best bodybuilder that I could possibly be for that time being. But right now, I have nothing planned but to grow, focus on myself, really improve my weak body parts like my chest, like we did today, and just become a better bodybuilder, man. I got a lot of friends that are getting ready for the Olympia or other shows that I'm gonna try to make sure to travel around, train with, push. Hopefully going to Florida this next week. Maybe I can get a session in with Brett, which would be awesome, and get him ready for the Romania. And then I'll be back to Texas to help hopefully push Keon to get him ready. We got Ariel getting ready for the Olympia as well. I can't really train with her or push her as much. It's a little bit different, but got a lot of people around me getting ready and have goals. So it's easy to stay focused and focus in on my goals and do what I need to do to be the best bodybuilder I can be. But right now, obviously, some things that are cool is we're getting to do some cheat meals. So I'll keep you guys involved for that. Take you downtown, do some food reviews, some fun stuff like that. And we'll be doing some traveling, like I said. So I'll keep you involved with all of that, but we'll get back to it, finish off these arms, and then we'll get to the house and eat. All right, so got some hammer curls here, finish off arms, easy peasy shit, but this is what makes them grow. So one thing I've really found with my arms is I can't go too heavy, otherwise I'm just gonna cheat. I'm not gonna get a good contraction with the arm muscle, and I'm not gonna get any growth. So I have to really focus on getting a good contraction and keeping the weight under control. 40 is about the heaviest I can go on biceps. All right, there you have it. Like I said, that was chest day at Destination. Wanted to get a full wrap up here and just thank you guys for your support. Thanks for watching and following along. Like I said, guys, I just live my dream, and I really appreciate you guys doing what you do, supporting me, liking, subscribing, ringing that bell, all that good YouTube stuff. We'll be bringing you guys as much content as we can. I got James, I got Nick, and I got a few other people that will be able to film for me, so we'll make sure that we're getting you guys content. Make sure to drop me some comments below what else you guys want to see, what else you want to hear, even some silly questions like what James asked me at the end, and we'll make sure to get those answered for you guys. But again, thank you, and we'll see you next time.